Why are junior doctors in the country angry, saddened, frustrated, and disappointed? Well, let me, Dr. Nitin Yashas, medical oncologist and co-founder of ALTERDOCTOR, start off by explaining with the help of a hypothetical scenario. Now imagine for the 2022 Cricket World Cup, the BCCI decides to select a team in 2023. Sounds crazy and almost impossible, right? But it's almost the exact same situation happening in the postgraduate medical education system in the country at this point of time. The NEET PG entrance examinations were originally scheduled to be held in April 2021 and were postponed at the last minute in view of the second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic to September 2021. Now, what this untimely postponement did was that not only it affected medical colleges and deprived them of the full manpower resources, but also thousands of junior doctors who were post-MBBS had their preparations affected, had to deal with anxiety about an uncertain future, had to restart their study preparations without any clarity of when the exams would be. And there were many who bravely answered the need of the hour and played their role in the battle against the pandemic without a care for their preparations and pushing it to the background. Now, after it was conducted in September 2021 and counseling was scheduled to begin in late October or early November 2021, indefinite postponement has occurred due to various cases filed in the Supreme Court, particularly with regard to the EWS criteria. Now, just imagine the mental state of a young doctor who has just graduated, full of dreams of specializing in a subject of his or her choice, had a very untimely last-minute postponement of the exams which were originally scheduled to be held in April 2021, probably played a role in the battle against the pandemic, and today, as we come to the completion of the year, still doesn't know what the future holds for him or her. What is more perplexing is that in the tentative calendar of events, NEET PG 2022 is scheduled to be held in March 2022. Now, just hypothetically speaking, if and when the NEET PG 2021 counseling starts, in all probability, all the formalities of counseling would probably get completed by February 2022, which means that if someone is not being successful in that counseling, he or she has to give an exam, which is probably one of the most important exams in his or her life within the span of a month. Mind you, at this point of time, there are thousands of doctors who are what can be called as mid-rank holders who do not know whether either they would get a course of their choice or a college of their choice, and to expect them to start preparing for NEET PG 2022 without knowing what their fate is going to be in counseling is completely unfair. But let's take a moment to understand what the doctors who entered as postgraduates in the year 2020 must be going through. A medical college or teaching hospitals runs on the pillars of the 3 batches of postgraduates. Now, literally 1/3 of the workforce has been non-existent for close to a year in also what is probably humanity's most challenging times for the healthcare system. And this burden is being predominantly borne by the postgraduates of the batch of 2020. Now, not only have they fought 2 waves of the pandemic, but they have also functioned with the amount of duties and responsibilities that a first year must bear for close to 2 years. And as a result of this and many other factors, have their academic and learning opportunities also being compromised. I fear that we are possibly at the brink of a mental health crisis of junior doctors and postgraduates, and this may be the next hidden pandemic that might have an outbreak in our healthcare system. I would like to therefore humbly appeal to the Honorable Prime Minister of the country, the Health Minister, and the academic bodies concerned to please empathize and understand the current situations, to expedite the counseling of NEET PG 2021, to ensure clarity and appropriate scheduling of NEET 2022 PG, and to use this opportunity to formulate and implement the IMS, the Indian Medical Services, along the lines of IAS, but to cater exclusively to the needs of the healthcare system and medical education in this country. On behalf of ALTERDOCTOR, we would like to extend our full support to junior doctors and postgraduates, and we would like to urge all senior doctors and other faculty members to please lend a helping hand and your voice of support to junior doctors and postgraduates in their hour of need, which is now. Thank you. Jai Hind. Vande Mataram.